Hello, fellow Bolton fans. This is me, Cameron Daniels, and this is me reacting to Bolton's win against Lincoln City. What comes to tale of two halves? Probably was. First half, we were absolutely shit, utterly shit. Lincoln didn't give us any space, and actually, it was Lincoln who had all the best chances. They had far more chances than we did in the first half. We could have given away a penalty. Johnson was getting bullied. He nearly got give away a penalty. Trafford made a couple of saves. It wasn't good. I think it was a bit of a shock. But second half, second half started exactly the same. And then Bolton all of a sudden just clicked and started playing a bit. So, first goal was George Johnson, Aaron Marley corner. Fucking hell, we're actually starting to score from corners and free kicks. Morley's balls are just amazing. That's helpful. That's massively helpful. We've actually got somebody who can actually put a decent ball into the box. I was thinking all the first half, don't let Dockle and John anywhere near him. Don't let him near him. Just give it to Morley. He might put a shit one in here and there, but actually in general he puts decent ones in. So first goal, Morley corner, George Johnson, back post header. I think it was a header. You can't really tell on TV sometimes. That was great. So you're thinking fantastic. And then we go and let the fucking bastards equalise with just a shocking goal. I think they bypassed. I think they bypassed Fossey. Scully was a pain in the ass all night on the other side. And then I think it was the left back who scored, Bramall. Getting Jones' tackle was frankly shite. It was awful. Then the ball came off one of us, I think, and it went past Trafford, who I have no idea because it was like it trickled into the net. Who knows how they scored that goal? It was a shocking goal to give away. It was shit defending, shit goalkeeping. It was just bad all round. But we dug ourselves out of it. That's the sign of a good team. We didn't let our heads go down. We fought back. We got another goal. 75th minute. Some good build-up play. Marley left it for Bakayoko, who it was too far ahead of Bakayoko. Sadler nipped into it, and it was a screamer into the corner, bottom corner. Goalkeeper had no chance. Sadler has got. I don't think Sadler is a really creative player, a very good technically player as well. I'm really, really impressed by him. I've been since he came to the club. But he's not a left wing back because at one point he really did get exposed for his defending. He's not a defender. There was one particular player in the game when we were defending and he was back in our area, and he got left for dead because he wasn't thinking about what was going to happen. He's not a wing back, but he helped massively being in there. Sadly scored the second goal. The third goal was Sadlier and Dempsey. Now, I've been critical of Dempsey so far. I'm still not convinced, but I think he did very, very well for the third goal because it wasn't him and his decisive run into the byline and just cutting it back. Bakayoko wouldn't have scored. Bakayoko did score, and we made it 3-1. So if you know what, you can't argue. We won. We've won 3-1. You can only keep winning. We've won 8 of our last 10 now, so that's that's pretty damn good form. So we're doing the right things. I mean, from having no shots at all, one according to stats, in the first half, we had 15 altogether during the game. So we had 14 shots in the second half alone. Yeah. So, right, okay, let's give the place some ratings then. Trafford starting goal. See, I think he should have had that shot. I really do. I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 5 because I'm hard on teams. You know what? Unless they're playing like world class football, I'm going to be hard on them. Stuff it. I don't care. I want better. I'm sure Everett does too. I'm sure he does exactly the same thing in his own mind. Sorry, not good enough. Get on with it. But although Trafford actually did come some balls in the first half, in particular, did keep us in it in the first half as well. So no, actually, I'm not going to give him. I'm going to give him a 6 because actually, and if you hadn't let that in, I'd probably give him a 7. Probably a 7. Marlon Fossey got down the wing again as usual. Didn't do it quite as much. Then again, I heard an interview with Michael Appleton earlier in the week, and they was asking him how they would deal with Marlon Fossey. So maybe they had a plan for him. I know somebody was on him constantly. If he had the ball, somebody was there next to him. So, he didn't have his most effective game. Actually, down the left, we were more effective than we were down our right, which is unusual. But you know what? If it works, it works. So Marlon Fossey can have a 6 because I don't think he had the best game. I don't think he had the worst game. Gethin Jones. Gethin Jones it's always better when Gethin is in the team because he's quite an organiser. But he nearly ballsed it up big style in that first half when he had the short back pass. Luckily, they didn't score. And I think he could have done better for the goal that they did score. So I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Centre of defence was Williamson, who didn't do a lot wrong all night. He played a couple of good balls. He defended well. I'm going to give him a 7. Josh Johnson nearly gave away a penalty in that first half. The guy turned him. And for that alone, I'm going to give it a 6. I think, and the guy was bigger than him. Again, he gets bullied when he's against somebody who's bigger and more physical than he is. He didn't have a bad game. He didn't. But I'm going to give him a 6 because he nearly cost us again. Declan John went off at half time. No idea why. I don't know if that was tactical or if he had an injury. I would imagine it's tactical because Liam Gordon was on the bench. So I would imagine it was tactical. Getting somebody who could really cross it in on that left-hand side. So, Declan John, I'm going to give him a 6 because, why not? He got some crosses in the first half. To be honest, he was a main attacking threat in the first half. But, yeah, maybe that's why he got brought off. So I'm going to give him a 6. MJ Williams was back in midfield with Aaron Morley, so they were doing the double pivot. MJ Williams, do you know what? I'm beginning to wonder if MJ Williams is really up to League One football or top end League One football. I actually thought Dempsey did a better job than it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an Dempsey fan by any means, but I think he did a better job against Wimbledon than MJ Williams did today. I have been an MJ Williams fan. I thought it was fantastic for us last season, but this season he's not been as good, and I think it's a step up in league that is the problem. So I'm going to give him a 6. Didn't do anything particularly wrong. He didn't really do anything particularly right. Aaron Morley, again, He's great for his free kicks, corners, because his balls are very good. He tried some switch of players a few times tonight. Didn't come off. He didn't have as good a game as he did on Saturday. For me, he was the man of the match on Saturday. I know Mark Isles of the Bolton News disagreed with that. In fact, we had a to and fro conversation on Twitter about that. He thought Dempsey was the bee's knees, and I thought he was kissing his ass, but that's my opinion. Anyway, Morley, I'm going to give him a 6 because he didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Sort of led on the second goal, but then that's more by accident than actual trying to. Then up front we had Afolainen, we had Dion Charles, and we had Bodvarsson. Afolainen, to me, is still out of form. I know he scored on Saturday, but he just tries things that are just not going to work. And I know he creates problems. People want to go to him, and, at this moment in time, he looks greedy, and nothing's coming off. Did it again in the second half. I was saying to my dad, and I said, he's been greedy. He's been really, really fucking greedy. He's going to try and hit it. Did, and it went near that fucking corner flag. Just like, for fuck's sake, we knew this was happening. His favourite move is to come in off that left-hand corner of the box and hit it. But more often than not, it is just going out of play because he's not going to know on target. He's got most. I think he's got the most shots in League One. Admittedly, he's got 13 goals, but he's still got a massive shot to actual goal ratio. Right, so that's Afolainen. Afolainen, I'm going to give a 6. He wasn't outstanding. He has been our best player this season by a country mile, but he's not been outstanding for a few weeks, months. Then we've got Dion Charles. I think Dion Charles was a pain in the ass all night. Particularly second half. It was more with it second half. He ran a lot more. He did some nice little things actually. I'm going to give him a 7. Bodvarsson, you could see what he was trying to do all game that he was on the pitch, and they just weren't coming off tonight. They really weren't. And you got to feel sorry for him because he played really against Bolton and against Wimbledon. He was arguably our best player. So things tonight wasn't quite as good, but he's looking really good. I'm really impressed with him so far. So I'll give him a 6 as well. So I guess joint man of the match is Dion Charles and Williamson. You know what? I'm not going to give anybody above them because actually we didn't play that well. I would say though, second half we had Kieran Sadlier at left wing back, who technically looks fantastic. I just like the player. He's got a bit of style. He can score a goal, which he did tonight. I mean, anybody who's looked at his YouTube goals, fooled me. The guy can play. And I think he did all right when he came in. Not the best defender, so I'm not going to score him. We also had Bakayoko, who came on and scored again. So he's now got 10th for the season as well. And we had Dempsey, who set up a goal. And you know what? He lost the ball once at one point. But actually, most of what he did tonight was good. So that's a really good step in the right direction. If he continues to do that, then all of what I've said before will be completely forgotten and I'll be completely fickle as a fan. Right, I hope you enjoyed my breakdown. I don't know if you agree with me or not. We weren't at best at times tonight, but second half we were much better. Hence why the scores are a bit low, I guess. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you did, give it a like. You know what to do anyway. I'm not going to say give me a like, give me a share and all the other crap. You know what to do. Onwards and upwards. Come on, you white men. Goodbye.